Okay, so this example really will tie it all together. And so it's kind of a silly example. After we wrote it, we realized it was sort of silly because hurricane winds are really not normally distributed. They'd be like a different a different shape, like a right skewed shape, where more of them would be smaller. But like just for the sake of doing an example with an average and a standard deviation, and so we can see the probability that a hurricane measures less than 230. And so remember that we are going to be looking at this chart again. And so we've got an average and we've got standard deviation. And so we're going to use z-scores to actually convert those averages and standard deviations to something between with an average of 0 and a standard deviation of 1, really just so that we can use this chart. And so this is the negative side of it, and this is the positive side of it. And so like let's look at the probability that we're less than 230 first. And so less than 230 is small. It is helpful to kind of draw this out. The curve would look like this roughly, with 257 in the middle, and then you've got standard deviations on both sides. So less than 230 would be like this percentage here, and so it is less than 50%. And so like we're going to start off just by saying, okay, well, what z-score is 230? So if we want to say the probability, let's just do question 1 here. The probability that x is less than 230, what we're going to do is actually figure out what the probability that z is less than. And so 230, if we calculate that, is the z value is 230 minus 257. So it is a negative number because it's on the left side of the chart. So and that just represents, remember what a z-score means. It's like that you are standard deviations below the average in this case. So it's above or below. And so 230 minus 257, I got a calculator out now. And I don't need it for that, but we do need it to divide by 16. And so 230 minus 257 is negative 27. Then divided by 16 is a negative 1.69 z-score. It's 6875, but like we can round it to the nearest 2 decimal places. 1.69 is your z-score. So we're trying to find out what's the probability that z is less than 1.69. And so when we look at back here at these charts, like we are actually trying to figure out what percentage is less than negative 1.69. That's really what we care about. And so negative 1.69 is actually found in this chart here. And so we're just going to look up negative 1.6, and then the last column there is 9. And so negative 1.6, this is the first decimal place. And then this is just kind of taking you to the next decimal place. Negative 1.69 is 0.0455. And so just to go over to that guy, negative 0.0455 is the percentage. So that's actually 4.55%. Okay, and we did a lot of explanation there, so we'll do the next example in the next video.